The asshole is back. I have no idea what was going on. Of course, just as I was getting ready to talk to somebody at the ISP, the internet finally reconnected. So I don't know. I'm going to guess it wasn't here at my house, and it wasn't on the pole, and it probably wasn't down the road at the box either. It was probably them doing something they probably shouldn't have done at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Friday. Sweet. Appreciate it. I'll probably be back at ᚻᚖᚪ᚞ now. Unless it actually recovers and remembers where I was. I was disconnected for a long time. All right. Persistence is persistence. I totally expected to be back at ᚻᚪ᚞. All right. Whatever. All good. We still even have the mission. Good deal. All right. Where do I got to turn this in? Freight elevator. Still got all the stuff.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit, human person. I am recent addition to your human system and
He's a weird little dude.
welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit, human.
Putting them in the local inventory.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit, human.
Oh. Well, you know what? That's actually a fair point, right? I can put them in inventory and then bring them back up and send them back down. I'd rather not try and place the horns,
Thank you for your pleasant
let alone the
visit,
consumables.
human person. Welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit, human person. I am recent addition to your human system and bring many items from my time in your
Grilled cheese. Sounds pretty tasty, actually.
Please.
Horns are not worth the risk. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, well, no. We'll go ahead and do it this way. Is that actually 3D at all? It's not. See, that's pretty convincing. That's just a material. That's just, you know, height mapping, etc. That's pretty good.
Thank you for your pleasant visit.
Never chew open grilled cheese? Absolutely not. My wife is actually a huge fan of tomato soup and grilled cheese sandwiches. Like dinosaur nuggets. Dino nuggets. Mmm, yummy.
Pleasant visit, human person. I am. Welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit, human person.
Now they're individuals. All right. Why does it not show all of them? There are clearly 6 of them.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit, human person. I am recent addition to your human system and bring many
This shit right here.
in your
This shit right here. Right? This is fucking Star Citizen. This right here. This is... Fuck you, CIG. You motherfuckers don't know what the fuck you're doing. You clearly don't. This is going to be the moment, right? This is going to be when I rage quit. Because their stupid shit doesn't work. Because they don't know how to find their ass with both hands. I don't have... We all know you're right. Actually, I do have one. I did actually pick one up. I'm just so tired of this kind of shit. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Of course, what I'm really expecting to happen here is I'll go to tractor beam one of them, because you see they're sticking through the freaking thing, right? I'm going to go to tractor beam one and it's going to fall through the bottom. Where's my tractor beam module? I equipped it.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit, human.
I had to move shit around in my inventory to get it to equip the tractor beam. I know I did it. It's on the VOD. And now all of a sudden the tractor beam does not have the fucking module in it. This is what I'm talking about. The inventory system is almost as bad as the motherfucking navigation system. Completely fucking ridiculous.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant.
Motherfucking Nimrods, man.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit, human person.
It said it only needed 3. So where's the other 3? Give them back. At least it completed. But I'm tired of this kind of shit. I really am. There they are. Ooh.
Welcome and thank you for
Nothing works right. You people are fucking clueless, CIG. Figure your shit out. Here we have a key event for this year, right? It's one of these things we're supposed to be adding to the game. Does it work right? Of course it doesn't work right. Because nothing you do works right. I am so tired of their half-assery. I cannot even tell you. Hurston and Microtech are guns.
welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit.
My blood pressure is so high right now.
and thank you for your pleasant visit.
I mean, this whole thing is a clusterfuck to me, right? The hunt for the Copians, all of it. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate you bringing me those horns, right?
Please.
But this kind of bullshit, this experience here, this is why I begin to doubt whether CIG will ever figure anything out properly. Because nothing works reliably. Literally nothing. Everything is a fucking challenge.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant.
And I mean, let's be real, right? There was no marker for my hangar when I got to the location, so I had to hunt for the opening for the hangar, right? This dead Gladius is still floating in 0G. I mean, all of it's a bad joke. All of it. Takes a break to see if the game is fixed. Still not fixed. It's still Star Citizen. CIG's gonna give me a motherfucking stroke and I'm gonna die. That's how it's going. Right? I'm gonna have a damn embolism. Blood's gonna shoot out of my eyes so that Twitch will ban me before I die. Thanks to CIG's freaking half-assery. And that's the most polite word that I can think of. Somewhere's in there is the word incompetence. And you know what? This guy, he's an alien, right? So his freaky character behavior is okay, I guess. But everything about this character is some kind of stereotypical xenophobic meme, right? It's just, oh, well, you know, everything about the aliens are going to be comical and ridiculous because they're idiots. If this was an Asian character, CIG would already be canceled, right? He's an alien, so we can get away with it, I guess. Right? He's not a real species, so who cares? Who cares how weird this is? This gives me a very strong negative reaction, right? And maybe that's just maybe I take Star Citizen too seriously. Maybe it's okay that he's a cartoon character and he's ridiculous, but he does feel like some poor, you know, white guy pretending to be a Chinese guy in a 1950s film, right? Is it just me?
Welcome and thank you for your.
Because that's where I'm. Whatever. I'm gonna try and let it go. Because he's an alien. Who cares? He's a space raisin guy. I guess there's no way to be racist against the way the space raisin guy is being treated. It's something about it bothers me.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant.
And normally I'm a pretty loose kind of guy. It's like, man, don't get butthurt for no reason. But this feels weird. I will try and let it go. I'm glad it's not just me. Because that felt, all right, whatever, man.
Confused now. You have permission. Strange human.
You're weird, dude. You're very weird.
Welcome and thank you for your pleasant visit.
Thought about how user-generated content should work fairly well? No, feel free to continue talking about it. I'm trying to catch up. I mean, I would love to see that kind of stuff added, obviously, right? I would love for us to have all the customization options for everything. He does feel like a stereotype, right? And I mean, you know, I guess really like, the worst they can say is he feels like a stereotypical cartoon outside character that's supposed to feel weird. Right? But again, it gives me, I mean, you know, I've been watching TVs and movies for a long time, and some of them are way older than probably most of you guys, right? And I feel like I know characters from my childhood that my parents saw on TV, and now you'd go, wow, dude, they'd be all kinds of trouble for behaving that way now, for portraying that kind of character now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, whatever. I'm making too big a deal out of it. I know I am. It's a video game, and he's not even a real character, right? He's completely fictional. I shouldn't get too up in arms about it, but it feels weird. It feels a little out of character for the game, too. Of course, you know what else feels out of character for the game for me? Where are we at? This also feels kind of out of character for the game, right? And to each your own. Right? Maybe some people might be totally on board for this. But for me, this looks like something that escaped from Vanilla WoW 20 years ago. Right? There are elements about it that I like. Right? I kind of like the visor on the helmet, but all this horn shit, that's got to go for me. It's got to go for me. I don't like it at all. The base armor probably looks okay, but this is too much. The glowy horns and the weird golden... Wow, dude. I mean, like I joked on Discord or Twitter, I don't even remember where now. What I'm waiting for now is the radical eco-terrorist faction that hires players to kill people who hunt the critters, right? It's all this is weird to me, but again, aesthetics are completely a personal taste thing, right? I would have been willing to give it a try and show it on the game, on stream, and say, well, what do you guys think about this? Except what? Except the only way to get any of this is how? A war bond purchase. You can't buy the gun. You can't buy the ship paint, which I'd be willing to give both the gun and the ship paint a try, right? But I'm not giving CIG $30 in new money for this shit. And to be honest, the fact that this armor, or the gun, or the paint, or all of that in some combination, or something equivalent to this, isn't the subscriber flare for the month that this got added, is bad form. Because how many times in the past has CIG introduced 3 sets of armor, and 2 of them are given to us as sub flare for the $10 and the $20 subscription, and the 3rd one you have to buy in the store, right? This month, what did they do instead? They only offer 1. You can only buy it in the store, and you can only buy it with new money. This cash grab right here, this is why we got tier 0 item recovery. This bullshit right here. Guarantee it. So yeah, that rubs me the wrong way too. And the sub flare was a joke. Absolutely. Things Scout there isn't wrong about. I mean, and you know what? And here we go. Let's go back to my hangar again real quick. Right? I'm not opposed to real money transactions. I will support the game in that way, right? Now, probably I won't keep these, right? But I took some of my store credit. I bought back the Ascension gear. I used store credit and bought the Mariah racing suit and helmet. I'm like, that'll be cool to fly around in my red ship, right? Right? I even grabbed the Headhunter's Fortuna gear set, right? I've got the red alert stuff. I've bought this back numerous times, melted it again over time, right? I'm not opposed to any of that. Let's be real, right? At the risk of somebody in the other room coming out and murdering me, right? Where is it? Where's that shit at now? Where's the settings stuff? Is it the dashboard? My head's in the way. All right. This is what I think about the project right here, right? I have spent 11 years now backing this project. And to see those kinds of numbers makes me feel a little bit crazy sometimes, right? But it's 11 years, it's 140 months or whatever of $20 subscriptions. It's probably 120 months of $20 subscriptions, right? And growth over the years of CCUs, etc. So I'm clearly not opposed to CIG and RMT. But this shit this year, bruh. Now, granted, they ain't got any new money for me in a while because we're broke as broke as broke. But I mean, dude, come on. That cash grab on that freaking armor and paints. No, yeah, I mean, there's been worse. Cutlass Steel, but spell felony, right? Cutlass Steel, same thing. There's been a few that have been awful, but at least ships and whatnot, you can just get them in game. You don't have to have them right away. Then it's fine, right? Whatever. I just that it was only available as a freaking cash transaction, and I complained about it on Spectrum. And I got a little bit of traction from people in the community, but not a lot, because a lot of people are just like, who's worried about this kind of shit, right? Where's the feedback? Yeah. Guess who closed it today? Somebody's butthurt because I called the staff greedy. I had a post that was negative, right? I said, marketing feedback, extremely negative vibes from Warbond only downburst offering. That was the title of my thread. I don't think you can because they closed it, right? We'll see. Is this the original? No, see, they're telling me I violated the code of conduct. I said, April 4th, this nonsense with the Warbond only paint and gear package is only going to drive some money away. I have been a $20 subscriber for most of 10 years now. Some of the flair I has gotten has been great. Some of it's been junk. All of that is fine. Frankly, up to this point, I have continued to subscribe because despite any shortcomings or occasional trepidations I have about priorities, I desperately want the persistent universe to thrive. Right? That said, providing a Warbond only option for new cosmetics is very frustrating when you are giving sub flares that, like that crappy chair, to use in a less than half-done personal hangar or a half-assed love seat that only one person can sit in. Really? There are couches two peeps can sit on. Who dropped that ball so hard? Add in that this Warbond only option is the only way to get a ship paint and a new weapon. Frankly, the $10 flare should have been the paint, perhaps even the paint and gun. The $20 should have been the armor. At least there should have been a non-Warbond option to purchase a version of these items to subscribers. And at worst, individual items should have been available in case I don't want your vanilla WoW-esque raid armor, but I do want the paint and the weapon. Instead, we get the stiff middle finger. Thank you, greedy, marketing-driven decision makers. And that's it. That's the part where apparently I violated the terms, right? One or two more moments like this decision, and I'll just dismiss longtime backers who have stuck with you for more years than most of your employees have even worked for CIG, and I'll end my subscription for sure. If you decide if your greedy grab of $30 this month is worth more than the $2,020 that I've sent your way via Imperator monthly payments over the last decade, right? That's it. That's it exactly. Now, I don't think there's any way to see it. See, it got 13 plus votes, right? So they killed it. They killed it. So they deleted it. You will not receive a reply by responding to this message. You know what? I gotta say that right there is the final straw for me. I will no longer be a subscriber. That's going to be it for Star Citizen for me today, too. So, Mr. Void Kobold at CIG, you, sir, or whoever it was that told you that this kind of post needed to be censored, you're a pansy-ass pussy motherfucker. Whoever's responsible for that, fuck you, you're bad for the project, and you should be removed from it. Yeah, I mean, that was a Reddit mod moment for sure, right? Mind you, I posted that days ago, right? It's not like it was yesterday. It was early. It was a week ago. I didn't even pay attention to what the date was, but it had to have been a week ago, right? It was in the feedback section. Feedback section. How dare you characterize anyone on staff as greedy? How dare you? How dare you? You know, the thing is that those kinds of moments where they feel like they've got to protect the company from valid criticism is a sure sign that shit's going down the shitter. So that will be it for Star Citizen this week. Will I be back at it Monday? Maybe. I don't care. That's their job, right? I understand what you're saying. Can't install COD. I don't understand. I understand what you mean there, right? And normally, although sometimes I do pipe up and stream, CIG is never going to see it anyway. And if they do, they'll get over it because they can see the context of why I'm pissed off, right? Normally, I'm pretty positive. I didn't name anybody in particular there, right? But marketing decision-making has been a problem. That's what I called out. I didn't say, Chris Roberts sucks. I didn't say he was an incompetent manager. I didn't say CIG are a bunch of hacks that can't do their job. I didn't say any of that. I didn't call out John Crew. I didn't call out Elliot. I didn't even call out that little girl that was in the video that was, we tricked you. I didn't call any of those people out. I called out this move, right? I called it a greedy grab, and it was. It absolutely was. If they can't have tough enough skin to just let it go, it's not like there was 100 responses. I only had 13 votes, right? It was just enough people for somebody to go, because, I guess it kept it at least in the first couple of pages of the feedback forum, maybe, right? The problem is that CIG is soft about feedback. It's amusing to me that it wasn't Knight Rider CIG that bopped my post, because I would have expected it from Knight Rider, right? Which kind of makes me feel like Knight Rider either saw it and said, who cares? Which was really the right response, right? You either read it and digest it or you ignore it because you don't care, right? You don't get on your high horse. At least the poof message that I got still quoted it. He's lost some chill. He's probably tired of CIG getting hammered for making bad decisions, in which case he should probably leave the job. And frankly, when I see that kind of response, right? When I see that kind of response, which was really unnecessary, right? I didn't insult anybody in particular. We have seen, and I don't know exactly why Jake bailed, but he was a community guy and he's gone now, right? He left. He didn't get fired. As far as I heard, he left. I think he just couldn't handle the bullshit anymore. That would be my guess. He's streaming right now. It's concerning to me. There are more valid reasons why some other people have left the project. Is Tony Z? Is it Tony, the one that left because they were closing down the office and he didn't want to move? But still, to me, that's really painful, right? Yeah, and some people are like, I'm done with what I was going to do. I'm out. Now, that's cool. But I do feel like there's been a very interesting loss of personnel. And there's been a definite change in the overall theme of projected development when it comes to this MMO thing. Yeah, well, I would never pop into his chat and bring up CIG, because just like I wouldn't pop into one of Disco Lando's, right? I wouldn't pop into one of Jared's streams unless he was in Star Citizen and bring it up. I wouldn't, because they aren't that job, right? Very, very irritating. The funny thing is, like I said, because it had been days. When Jared streams SC, it breaks Twitch. Well, that's because everybody wants to talk about SC with Jared as the you know, a target's not the right word, but as the center of attention. I got to look again. When did I originally post that? I know it was a week ago. It was the 4th. Yeah, so it was a week ago today. And I posted it at like 7 a.m. one morning. Because I had sat on it the night before and was like, this is lame. Yes, and he should, and that's great. And to be honest, I think that's part of why Jared has managed to stay in the job for as long as he has. Because he knows it is just that. He may or may not be as passionate about Star Citizen as any of us. But he knows that the job is the job. You have to compartmentalize that. Right? Is my camera set up to do something dynamic? I feel like I'm getting a little bit of weird. Yeah, there we go. It's auto-focusing itself. I wondered why shit was getting a little bit weird. All right. Anyway, it all is what it is, right? But for them to sit on it for a week just goes to show, right? Where is the... No. Forum categories. I'm curious. There's plenty of criticism here in the feedback forum. Oh no, my feedback post was very mild compared to me calling them incompetent dipshits, right? And, you know, most of the time, I don't feel like they are dipshits or incompetents. I do feel like they have moments of ineptness. I do think they have moments of incompetent judgment when it comes to priorities. I do think that the whole project is not managed nearly as well as it should be, right? But we're all passionate about it. Like I said, greedy cash grab is exactly what it was. And it was obvious. And for them to feel butthurt enough to feel like they had to censor my 13 upvotes for that is just childish. And unfortunately, I feel like that's kind of where our relationship with Star Citizen is now. They are childish. And as far as whoever being upset that I hurt his feelings, I don't care about his feelings. I don't. Void Kobold, I don't care about his feelings. I didn't say anything mean to Void Kobold. I didn't say anything mean to anybody in particular. I said the decision was greedy, and it was. Right? It's an ongoing problem with, oh, hey, look, we're doing all this great stuff. By the way, buy a new ship. Hey, look, here's a cool event. Buy a paint. Hey, buy some new gear. Right? If they don't want to be characterized as being greedy, don't be greedy. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. And half is probably a very conservative estimate. Don't pick on me. Pick on that guy. Then I can laugh too. All right. Anyway, whatever. I am definitely done with Star Citizen for today. We are going to do some New World dailies and unwind. All right, so let's see. I'm tempted to do CIG Void Kobold hurt my feelings, so I quit SC. Eternum, yep. What do you think? Do we do that? CIG Void Kobold hurt my feelings, so I quit SC. Is that the rest of our stream title for the day? Or am I asking for trouble there? I'm not going to leave it like that. But it does make me funny. He hurt my feelings. He hurt my feelings. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time somebody got banned from I did put a /s in there, but a winky base would probably be better. Well, I mean, they are public facing, right? Like I said, there are a lot worse reasons to call me out about the way I talk about CAG than that post. To me, that's just funny. It is a shit job. I would never do that kind of customer relation job. I just wouldn't. Because you're caught between a rock and a hard place, right? There's the company doing what the company does that really doesn't have anything to do with any individual employee, right? I couldn't cite somebody in particular at CIG and say, this was a dumb decision, you greedy fucker. I couldn't do it. There's no way I wouldn't know. A lot of those kinds of decisions are made by committee and somebody just says, okay, yeah, let's do it for the bucks, right? That's part of business. Doesn't change the fact that I feel like they should be called out for making that decision, but there's not somebody in particular that I'm like, you're a dipshit, right? There's not, I think there are decision makers that make bad decisions, but whoever decided that they needed to call my post out, of course, they didn't call it, right? They buried it. They buried my little post, my little tiny post that was a week old that had 13 votes on it, right? Punching back is a mistake. That's not how you engage with your customer base. Right? You don't punch back. You don't. If you want to cite me for being a problem, send me a message and say, look, you need to edit that post about the greedy comment or I'm going to take it down. But they don't do that, right? That's not what they do. Right? Now I could go and I could post on Spectrum and I could complain about being censored by the moderators, right? That's an ongoing thing in Reddit. Right, but it would be a waste of time because what would happen then? CIG Knight Rider would come along and mod my post, right? But I think that Void Kobold lost his shit about that particular thing. Maybe he thought the armor was cool. Maybe he thought it was okay for them to cash grab that $30 instead of giving us an option to buy it with store credit, right? Avoid Kobold, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's scaling out of vanity. I don't know. Kobolds, kobolds are little troublemakers. It's kind of funny because my wife was listening to an RPG lit book recently. And one of the things that this guy did was he did the research in the game environment. Anyway, where he progressed kobolds up from, the little scaly, useless fuckers to absolutely awesome. I've had a couple of cool kobolds as part of my D&D campaign over the years, right? We're unique characters. Same thing with a couple of goblins. But kobolds were always, because they're the little, give them a kick and they die. But whatever. It is what it is. I just think it was a mistake for them to engage, right? If they didn't like my feedback, just let it die. Hell, they could have even moderated the post and closed it. To delete it, it really makes me laugh because it's a comically bad decision. Yeah, they're short dragonkin, right? Yeah. Whatever. Like I said, whatever. It is what it is. And I wasn't lying, right? I mean, I essentially told them the truth. It's like, if this is the way that you want to treat longtime backers, because that's exactly what they were doing. They were hunting for new money. Here's some bait for new money. Fuck you guys that have backed for 12 years. Unless you're willing to give us new money, what have you done for us lately? That's what that decision said, right? That would actually be interesting. Let's see. I wonder. They are. I mean, they're making progress. They are absolutely making progress. Things are, moving in the right direction. Anytime soon? I don't know. Let's see. Where's my copy link? No, it doesn't look like they capture Spectrum. They have made some good decisions. Right. I mean, they did decide to shut down that free fly. That was the right decision. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. All right. Okay. There we go. Now, in before some actual New World person comes to the stream and asks, where do you find void kobolds? All right. let's get set up for our New World. Shenanigans New World. New World. And where are you at? Steam. New World. I do want to say again, thank you very much for the ᚻᚪ᚞ cadmium. I really do appreciate it. I do feel like that's another one of those decision-making processes that's been bad, right? Is that quest chain. So's the other one where you got to get 20 of them. And so's the ones from last month where you got to hunt for copians. There are no tools in the game to really find the locations. And from an MMO veteran's perspective, that's a bullshit move, right? No delineated areas anywhere. You just have to know. If you don't know, you're out of luck. Because essentially what it says in the journal is you can find them somewhere on Microtech, which is ridiculous. We need enhanced scanning, long range scanning, whatever. Better intel. It's because the thing is that the missions that are asking for you to find particular critters, right? If it had been any Copian horn, it probably wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have bothered me so much. It's like, well, whatever. As long as I can find a Copian, I can get a horn. But no, we got to have Tundra Copian horns. It's kind of like, what?
Ah, you are a beacon of
Whatever.
hope and life in these trying times. Every deed
NPC, you're too loud. Shut up.
to the great kindles the light
All
in
right.
all of us.
Let's spend some of our faction points before we earn new ones. Yes, and the fact that the hide color is really wrong is, whatever. It's a minor art department kerfuffle, but it's still screwball. No, your research chain was very interesting to me. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. It's too bad that CIG didn't put as much research in as Cadmium did. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they shouldn't be white if they're actually tundra. There should be some appropriate color. All right, let's go get our portals done real quick, like. We are not currently in tank spec. Do we want to change? I kind of want to do DPS because, you know what? Let's just do our, we're just going to do our mutations. And we'll do them DPS. Let's see if they pop. Yeah, they're what's the word I was looking for? Yeah, see them. This is so weird to me. The DPS queues are popping faster than tank and heals. Winter Copians. Polar Copians. In the tundra. All right, Gen 1. We need food buff. And we'll go ahead and use our award and our coding. Regular food. Alright, somebody else is going for the thing, so I don't have to do it. Oh, I totally missed everywhere. I hate those fucking ice crystals with a passion. No! Are you kidding me? That just goes to show how much damage anybody else is doing, right? How did I aggro him from way over there with one shot from my freaking heart rate? That is funny. ᚻᚪ᚞ is almost as soft as Void Kobold. Oh, you bastard. Alright, somebody else did it, so I didn't have to do it. Yay! Boy, what is... There's some kind of weird shit going on. I'm getting some weird animation locks. Like, what is that? What is happening? I wonder if my ISP is still going to shit. Are we dropping frames? Yeah, I'm dropping frames. Can you guys hear me at all? Oh, man. Still live? Can you hear me? It looks like it's coming back up now. I don't know what's going on. That was really, really weird. everything looks fine now. I got plenty of bandwidth. It just choked for a second. Okay, everything does look right now, right? Looks like it's fine to me. That was really weird. Come on, finish him, bros. Alright. Alright. Oh. I guess they wanted to pull him? Because I didn't pull him. It's whoever it was that with the range. Go ahead, then we'll go ahead. I mean, I kind of wanted them to pull him because I would love to get gold. Nobody ever bothers anymore. Everybody's like, no, just get it done. Grab that silver and be done. Now, hopefully somebody pulls the melee one. He is. All right. Good deal. And maybe we can actually get gold out of this. If I hit the right buttons. Get a flail healer? That's kind of cool. Don't see it as often as I'd like to see. Sometimes you can, it feels like sometimes you can shortchange her and she doesn't get to do that bullshit very many times. Oh, that felt like de-sinky jank again. Oh, they're gonna go all in. If I'd have known that everybody was gonna go all in, we'd have been all right. Most people don't, though. Give the gold. Give the gold. If it's not gold, I'm gonna be disappointed. Yay! And just killing those 2 extra names is all it takes to, most of the time, get the gold. But most people don't care. Just get it done. Because the rewards aren't good enough. That's the problem with New World, is the rewards are subpar. Give us appropriate rewards to encourage people to do the content. Instead of a bunch of stuff that I'm almost certainly just going to turn into rubbish. Meh. Meh. Where's my stuff? Oh, into 2.
Fighting you.
Did they already vote to quit? I'm waiting on them to vote to abandon. No, and my ISP is doing its thing again. Well, it's back now. Lame. Lame. $15 horns, nice. Yeah, whatever. People afraid to do the M2s. They just want the easy win. Very disappointing. Oh, man. All right, you know what? With the weird bobbling out on the ISP, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll be back on Monday doing something. We'll see what. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Special thanks again, Cadmium, for the horns. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and pop out. We're going to garden here before too long anyway. And I will see y'all later. Remember to stay safe and stay healthy because being sick sucks. And I will see y'all around the verse.